Hello and welcome to Contemporary Philippine Arts from the Regions. I am Armin Rose and I will be your guide as we go through the concepts of this course. This is Part 1, the Introduction to Contemporary Arts. This subject covers various contemporary arts practices of the region where the school is located. It aims to provide students with appreciation of a broad range of styles in the various disciplines with consideration on their elements and principles, and engage them to an integrative approach in study of arts. Through this subject, students will broaden and acquire the necessary creative tools that open opportunities in pursuing their individual career goals and aspirations. Now let us define contemporary art. The contemporary art movement began in the 1970s and has the following characteristics that differentiate it from art from other times in history. It is site-specific, process-based, collaborative, and interactive. Site-specific means that the art experience will change depending on the time and place where the artwork is located and visited. Process-based means that the creation of the artwork is as important as the final product. Collaborative means many different artists can contribute and have ownership of one artwork. Finally, interactive means people can touch the artwork and not just look at it through a glass window or a velvet rope. The definition of arts. The term art is derived from the Latin word ars, which means ability or skill. It covers the areas of artistic creativity that seek to communicate beauty through the senses. The functions of art. Art is created for different purposes and reasons, the most common of which are the following: personal or individual, social, economic, political, religious, and aesthetic. Personal reason is what gives the artist a purpose, which is to create art. Social reasons is to have people enjoy the artwork or experience art with other people. Economic functions means to receive compensation or payment for the artwork created. Political functions show an artist's ideologies, and religious functions show the artist's beliefs. The aesthetic function means creating a beautiful world for us to look at. The 4 E's of learning art is exploration, exposure, experience, and enjoyment. Art study is divided into 4 categories. 3 of these divisions fall under humanities: art appreciation, art history, and art criticism. The 4th division of art study falls under fine arts or performing arts, the production of artworks. Art appreciation means to find the beauty in art. Interpretations of art and beauty possess 2 concepts of value: aesthetics and taste. Aesthetics is the philosophical notion of beauty. For Kant, beauty is objective and universal. Thus, certain things have innate qualities that are beautiful to everyone. Flowers are beautiful, as is the sunrise or the sunset. Taste is the subjective notion wherein beauty is defined differently by certain cultures or individuals. This means what is beautiful to you may not be beautiful to me, and vice versa. Art history. Art history is divided into eras: ancient art, classical art, Renaissance art, modern art, and contemporary art. Contemporary art is the focus of this lesson, but we will devote a section of this video into the study of art history eras. These are examples of ancient artworks. Both come from the Stone Age period. It is a sculpture of a fertility goddess and a section of a cave painting. Classical art from the Greek and Roman period focuses on the perfection of the human body and in architecture. Examples of artwork during this time is the Venus de Milo and the Parthenon. Also from the classical period are art from medieval times, which focuses on life in the castle as a knight, a peasant, or a nobleman, and those that carry religious themes. During the Renaissance period, there is a renewed interest in the classical style of Greek and Romans, focusing on the perfection of the human body, but also continues with the religious aspects of forms in the medieval era. These are examples of artwork during the Renaissance: the sculpture of Zeus, created by Michelangelo, and the Last Supper, created by Leonardo da Vinci. Modern art period is characterized with the invention and creation of different art styles and expression. Here are two examples of modern art: abstract and cubism. And finally, contemporary art has the distinct characteristics of being site-specific, process-based, collaborative, and interactive, which means that the art experience will be different for different persons at different times of day, different places, and the way different people interact with the artwork. Art criticism studies art based on how the elements and principles of art are presented, the choice of medium and tools, the techniques used in the artwork, and the level of skill of the artists. It also studies the context in which the art was created, as well as how the intended message of the artist was effectively conveyed. Art production covers both creative and technical sides of the process of creation of an artwork, from the planning to the final output. The different art forms. The spatial or visual arts are art forms which are primarily visual in nature, but also those that occupy space. Examples are ceramics, drawing, painting, sculpture, printmaking, graphic design, and plastic art. Plastic art is concerned not with the material of plastic, but with the process of molding the material into a specific shape or form. Popular arts encompasses all forms of popular culture. Pop culture is the totality of ideas, perspectives, attitudes, images, and other phenomena that showcases what is prevalent and trendy. Literary arts involve creative writing in the forms of fiction, nonfiction, and poetry that go beyond the normal professional, journalistic, academic, and technical styles of writing. Works which fall under this category include novels, epics, short stories, poems, screenplays, and stage plays. Performing arts include all forms of art that use the human body, face, and presence as media. Examples are dance, drama, sports, and circus arts. Decorative or industrial arts commonly deal with the creation of ornamental and functional works using a variety of materials such as ceramic, wood, glassware, and furniture. Architectural arts include the creation of dwellings and other structures like buildings, bridges, and towers. It also includes interior design and landscape design. Fashion arts is the application of design and aesthetics or natural beauty to clothing and accessories. Integrative art has three definitions. First, it is a combination of different artworks. For example, a church is an architectural structure, but inside a church, there are paintings and sculptures. When we hear Mass, we read from the Bible, which is a literary work, and there are songs that are being sung. So there are different artworks in one location. It is an integrative art. The second definition defines integrative art as a combination of the same artwork. For example, a song sang by two artists is a cover. A song with a different song combined is called a mashup. And a song given a different beat is a remix, but is still the same song. This is an example of the second definition. The third definition is art that was inspired by an earlier work that may inspire future works. My favorite example of this is Rock of Ages. Rock of Ages started as a line in the book of Psalms about the Lord being your rock of support that will last for all time. This psalm from the Bible was an inspiration for a poem. This poem was turned into a hymn which is sang in church masses for centuries. In the late 70s or early 80s, a local boys' choir in England made a studio recording of the religious song Rock of Ages as a fundraiser. One of the boys left his song sheet in the studio, and the following group to record in the said studio was a rock band called Def Leppard. The members saw the song sheet and saw the title of the song Rock of Ages, and they were inspired to write a rock song about how rock and roll will never die, titled Rock of Ages. This song became a hit for the band and inspired a group of writers to create a stage play entitled Rock of Ages, based on the rock songs from the 80s and 90s. The play won awards in Broadway's, and Hollywood producers created it into a movie. The movie version of Rock of Ages was distributed all over the world, and many theatrical groups now wanted to perform the stage play Rock of Ages in their countries. Rock of Ages, the original theater production, was performed in the Philippines and it inspired the local theater group PITA to create their local version, Rock of Ages, which is a satire of Philippine life based music band Ages. Rock of Ages had a popular run and inspired a category of musical play that's based on the song or discography of just one artist or band, the latest of which is a play based on the songs of the Eraserheads. So this is integrative art, which is inspired by an earlier work that inspired succeeding works. Factors affecting style. The type of art that an artist can create depends on the following factors present during the process: geographical, historical, social, ideational, psychological, and technical. For geographical factors, an artist tends to get inspiration from his environment. So an artist in a tropical setting will likely create paintings of palm trees and beaches. In the same way, he will not use ice as a material for his sculpture. Historical factors include the time and place where the artist was born and the experiences that he or she experienced in his life. What time in history is he creating the artwork? Also affects an artist's style. Social factors had to do with the people around the artist, what kind of support they give the artist, and also the intended audience of the artwork. Ideational factor are the political and religious beliefs that an artist adheres to that would reflect in his or her work. Psychological factors are the artist's state of mind and their emotions. What are they feeling when they're creating the artwork? Are they happy, sad, angry, afraid? Also, the mental state forces an artist to focus on his artwork. Technical factors includes the available tools to the artist, and his or her level of skill. A beginner artist with the most expensive high-end tools will still not be able to recreate the work of a professional artist, even with the professional artist using cheap tools. All these factors combined will help the artist decide what artwork he or she is going to do and in what style he or she will create it. I do not own the pictures seen in this video. Credit for these pictures belong to their owners. The ideas discussed in this video are based on the content standards of the Department of Education. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.